Today we're talking prerequisites, an advanced feature that'll take your feature flagging and experimentation game to the next level. Before we jump into the technical details, let's look at a fun example. This is the website for Smith & Smith Associates, an accounting firm. It is very professional, but maybe a little drab, right? There's not much color, there's not any images, but we know that secretly accountants go hard.
What if
it has a secret party mode? And with feature flags set up in GrowthBook, I can turn on those party elements one by one. So we start with party mode. We get the dark mode going there. Party font. And notice just by the way that these changes are streaming in one by one, another feature of GrowthBook. We bring in a mirror ball. We bring in some dancing Clippy because it's not a party without dancing Clippy. And finally, let's drop in a little confetti. But if the boss comes in, we can toggle this top level switch and turn everything off. This is called a top level prerequisite, and it controls all of these dependent feature flags. So if I come into party font here, you can see that it has a kill switch, the prerequisite party mode, which means that if party mode is disabled, that this feature flag will be disabled as well. Top level prerequisites aren't just for secret party modes. Imagine, for example, that you have a 2.8 release coming out with lots of new features. What you can do is you can make the release 2.8 a flag that is the top level prerequisite and nest all of those other features that are coming out, like maybe a new nav bar or a checkout flow or feature image, whatever you want to nest under there, and toggle all those on or off at once. Additionally, then, once you release everything, you have the control to go back and individually toggle on and off those individual features. But wait, there's more. Let's talk about inline prerequisites. Let's say we wanted to add a party intensity to the website. So I had our accountants over at Smith & Smith Associates draw up this spreadsheet. And so what's happening here is we introduce a party intensity experiment that can output one of three values: mild, chaotic, or legendary. And depending on this value, it enables different party elements. So for instance, when mild is the party intensity value, then dark mode and party font are enabled. And then when legendary is enabled or is the output, then dancing paperclips come out. And so let's see what this is doing in GrowthBook. All right, we are back over in GrowthBook now, and you can see that we have this party intensity flag now created. And on the website, we have this mild indication. So we're in the mild party mode. Let's jump into this to see what's going on here. So we have party intensity and we have an experiment set up. So here's party intensity, and it's splitting by user. So it's assigning based on the user ID, and we get mild, chaotic, and legendary. So this is the experiment that's running. And let's see how those features are interacting with it. And I haven't set it up for dancing paperclips, so let's go through and set it up now. All right, so paperclips, we're going to add a rule. We're going to force the value. We're going to force it to true, and we're going to force it based on prerequisite features. So this is going to be based on the party intensity. And you can see that all of these have this question mark next to them. And what that indicates is that this feature is in a Schrodinger state. And that means that because this experiment is being evaluated at runtime, we don't know beforehand what the value is going to be. It's only going to be determined at that runtime what this will be. So what happens here is I am going to say that this needs to be greater than 1. And that means that this will only be enabled when that party intensity value is greater than 1. That means 2 or above. Save that, review and publish. So it's now live. And let's come over to our website and see what happens. Now when we get legendary, you can see the paperclips come out. When you have mild, they don't. When you have legendary, they do. Let's see if we can get a chaotic. There we go. And so with chaotic, you can see that there's no paperclips. And so this is how you can use prerequisite inline targeting to do some pretty advanced feature flagging and experiment targeting. Let's go in here. And then, of course, you can always toggle this off if the boss comes in and you're good to go. Although this example is a fun one, inline prerequisites unlock some serious applications. The biggest one, for instance, is that you can make the results of one experiment inform the targeting of another. So for example, let's say you have a new UI experiment that you're rolling out, and you only want the users who are in that experiment to then also be in another experiment. Maybe you're testing 2 checkout flows. Inline prerequisite targeting is how you make that happen. It's a powerful feature. From top level to inline prerequisites, you're now the boss of advanced feature flag and experiment targeting. Check out our docs for full explanations on how prerequisite features work, including even more advanced topics like holdouts. Links below. And while you're clicking that top level toggle, don't forget to click like and subscribe.